In this video, I'll talk about 5 common parenting mistakes when it comes to separation anxiety and how to fix them. I'll tell you why these 5 things can actually make anxiety stick around longer, and I'll give examples of what to say and do instead to get through the anxiety that will make it better in the long run. Be sure to stay till the end to learn a simple formula for supporting kids with anxiety. It's easy to remember, you can use it right away, and I'll guarantee it'll change the way you and your kids approach anxiety. Hi, I'm Dr. Jackie. I'm a psychologist specializing in child anxiety. Subscribe and click the notification bell if you want to say thanks, or to support my mission of making info like this available to more families. These 5 things that so many parents do, myself included, seem to be helpful in the moment. We do them out of natural instinct or because we've heard it as advice from someone or somewhere, but they really fall short of helping kids cope with anxiety, and in some cases even make it worse. I hesitated to call these mistakes because I think the idea that as a parent you might be doing something wrong, especially when you're trying really hard to fix something, is kind of terrible. It adds unnecessary guilt when you're already feeling stuck or frustrated, and you certainly don't need to feel badly about doing your best to help your kids. And even if you've done some of these things, like I said, I have too, please know that you did your best that you could in the moment. Try my suggestions instead the next time anxiety comes up. So let's get right to them. Number 1, prepping your child for the situation, but not prepping them for their feelings about it. So this is the classic idea of taking your child to their new classroom to meet their teacher, or having a babysitter come to play before you leave them alone. These are still great things to do, but what this approach is often missing is the preparation for how the child is going to feel when it's actually time to go to school or stay with a babysitter. Parents show their kids what to expect about the situation, but are then surprised or even frustrated when kids still have a hard time with the real transition. So what's missing? We need to prepare kids for how they might feel about it too. The situation is new or hard for them, and it's normal to have not so great feelings about that. So talk about that too. Like, when you come to your classroom for school tomorrow, you might still feel nervous, even though we're seeing it right now. Or even though you had fun playing with the babysitter, when you stay alone with her later, you still might be worried about when mommy will come back or when you'll see mommy again. Talking about and anticipating the feelings makes it less surprising and more normal for kids when those feelings inevitably pop up later. It also helps prepare you, the parent, for the reality of what to expect so you're not caught off guard by their big reactions, and keeps you grounded in seeing the experience through your child's eyes. Number 2, forgetting that the fear is real to them. Remember to always believe them when they say or act like something is scary. Try to understand the fear from their perspective and tell them you get it. So a quick story of this mistake in action. I was dropping off my daughter at her dance class, which is 2 to 4-year-olds in a studio room without their parents. And there were a couple of kids that were really struggling to leave their parents and go in. They were crying, screaming, tantruming. Side note, this is totally normal behavior at this age, especially after the social isolation of a pandemic. But anyways, these parents of the screaming kids are in this tricky situation. About 70% of the kids were going in just fine. There were a hallway of other parents witnessing the 2 kids melt down, and the class was starting. So you have social pressures and a time pressure. All of it probably made these parents think, this is silly, just stop crying and go in like the other kids. One of these well-meaning parents, likely feeling a lot of frustration and pressure, said to her daughter, stop crying, this is supposed to be fun. But you know what happened? Her kid cried for almost the whole class, and the mom ended up having to sit in the studio room with her anyways. Here's the thing to remember. If your child is showing you through their behavior, like clinging or crying that they're scared, say that out loud. Forget your other urges and reactions. Forget the fact that other people are watching or waiting. Be in that feeling with your kid and say, I know it's scary to go without mommy. You feel nervous to go in. Your body's telling you something doesn't feel right. Kids, especially young kids, need that emotional connection with their parents first to learn how to recognize and get through big feelings. Validating your child's anxiety can turn down the volume on emotions by helping kids feel that someone understands what they're going through. And it helps parents get in their kids' shoes. Be sure to name the feeling, always as the first step, before trying to change it. Number 3, focusing just on your child's anxiety, but not anticipating your own reactions, thoughts, and emotions. You can find so much advice out there on how to help when kids are feeling anxious. It's great. But with kids, parents are a necessary part of the puzzle to get through a tough situation. And parents are human and have reactions to their kids' feelings and behaviors. And we need to plan for that too. So have a plan for your own reactions, thoughts, and emotions to different ways something might turn out. Kids pick up on how their parents are feeling, the tension, the stress. Remember, when kids are anxious, their brain is already tricking them into thinking this isn't safe and I can't handle this. If they see you as their parent getting worried or stressed, it might confirm the situation is stressful, unsafe, or that they can't handle it. Know what your goal is for the situation and try your best to stick to it. Anticipate that your emotions might get big too. Find some mantras that resonate with you and say them to yourself like thoughts in your head. It could be something like, she's understandably having a hard time, this will pass, she's strong and I can be strong and calm. Remember, the way that we talk to ourselves influences how we feel. If you found this video helpful so far, I'd appreciate it if you tap the like button and let me know. Number 4, using logic and talking too much in the moment. Instead, just keep your words simple or sometimes even say nothing at all. I think as parents, two things naturally happen when kids' emotions get big. We want to take that pain away or make it better, and we want our kids to do something differently to change their perspective or to cope. So what do we naturally do because of that? We try to talk kids down. We try to give them reasons to feel better or act differently. Here's the thing though, when kids' emotions are big, it's like the logical part of their brain is on fire, so it's not working well, it's offline. They're in survival mode. If you want to learn more about kids' brains in survival mode, check out this video after you finish this one. Throwing more words of logic or explanation or rationalizations is just gonna fuel that fire bigger, and they won't be able to take it in anyways. Use short phrases that involve emotions, or don't say anything at all when that fire is really huge. Ironically, when kids' emotions get big, many parents cope by using the logical part of their own brain, offering things like, the class is starting, look at the other kids having fun, or the class is short, so I'll see you soon. Instead, connect to the emotional side of your child's brain, not the logical part. Try saying things like, I see you calming your body with a deep breath, or thanks for holding my hand to go into the class, or I like how brave you are waiting by your teacher. Or if those statements are tough for you, practice just saying less or nothing at all. Give your child a confident nudge or hug or smile. And lastly, number 5, making big changes in the moment. It's better to make small tweaks if you need to, but save big changes for the next time. This one can be really tough. Sometimes even with the best plans, you'll need to abandon ship because you have other demands or commitments. You have other kids, a job to get to, or you're just plain exhausted from parenting. Life happens, but the things to keep in mind are your overall goals, values, and plans. Think about how you'll get back on track with them the next time. So what do I really mean? Let's say you planned a date night with your spouse and your child was going to stay home with a babysitter. A big veer from the plan would be canceling the date and sending the babysitter home after your child has what seems like an out-of-control meltdown when it's time for you to leave. Small tweaks might be leaving a bit later than planned, coming home a bit early, allowing your child to have an extra check-in call or text while you're out. All of these small tweaks still get your date night out without your child, which is what you planned. When you stray from your larger goal, cancel your date, you've inadvertently taught your child a few things. Number 1, they just have to have a reaction that big for you to cancel. And number 2, they can't handle staying at home without you. But maybe staying with the babysitter was really disastrous in one way or another, and you realized it was really hard for your child with separation anxiety. Change your plans for the next time instead of in that moment. Plan, prepare, or practice differently ahead of time. Try a different babysitter or family member or friend's house for your child to stay with. Offer rewards for staying at home with the babysitter. There are many options for bigger changes after the fact. Talk about it with your child and get their input for the next time. I hope talking about these common mistakes has given you some ideas about what to try instead. If you're looking to learn more about dealing with separation anxiety, I have a masterclass that's packed full of actionable strategies and tips. You can find information on how to access that in the description, or you can visit masterclass.childbehaviorclinic.com. Now that you've got some practical ways to work on separation anxiety over time, I want to share a simple formula for supporting kids with anxiety that you can use right now. I guarantee it'll change the way you and your kids approach anxiety. It comes from Dr. Eli Leibowitz's latest book, the link's in the description. The formula is support equals acceptance plus confidence. If you're struggling with how to support your child when they're anxious, offer words according to this formula. Words of acceptance plus words of confidence. The first part, acceptance, is validation, understanding, seeing the situation through your child's eyes, telling them how they're feeling makes sense to you and why. It's really accepting that this is hard for them. And the second part, the confidence, is a statement that you believe they are strong and brave and can handle it. What does it sound like? You're feeling nervous to go to class by yourself. And that makes a lot of sense to me because you've never done a class by yourself and you're not sure what it'll be like. And I've seen you be brave at new things before, and I know you'll be able to do it. If you found this video helpful, let me know by clicking the like button and subscribing. It helps recommend this video to more parents and motivates me to keep making videos on child anxiety. Now that you saw this video, be sure to check out the one below. See you in the next video.